the age, it's the miles.
Welcome to another installment of the Final Scoop podcast, back and better than ever with a full crew this week. We got Naughty Boy Lukasz Rytkowski, Prometeus Intelligent Sports Technology, Robert Babyface Samborsky, Apollon Nutrition, Shane the Thunder from Down Under, Smith Stack 3D, and TJ Who's Your Daddy Gonen from Fitness Deal News. Welcome, my friends. It's good to see your lovely faces. How are things all around the panel?
I want to know what the rest of TJ's name says. Is it ... on purpose,
No,
or is there
no,
is it because it's cut off?
It's cut off. It's swear I didn't know she's your mom.
321 Pete Pasm is tuning in on the live feed. For everybody else that's tuning in on the live feed, thank you very much for joining us. Post up any comments, questions, queries, quips, smart aleck remarks you have for our panel of industry experts. We will answer anything and everything we have during our live conversation today. And if not, make sure to shoot us an email, DM, any illicit, indescribable pictures, send those straight to Robert Samborsky at ApollonNutrition.com. And we were off to the races, gentlemen. So Lukasz had an idea to kick things off for this week's episode of kind of what's new and fresh, spicy in our supplement cabinets, or things that we've been, tweaking around for the week. So go ahead, Lukasz, kick things off.
Me first? Or
yes,
maybe
sir.
Me first? All right. So I just want to highlight one thing. Basically, our partner, Naughty Boy. That's why I did my special login for this week. Basically, they got the Stack 3D International Brand of the Year. So special regards to these guys. They did an awesome job, with the launches, with the products they produce, and really the quality and everything was super on point. Me and Shane basically talked about it, and we both agreed that it was a great year for them. Maybe Shane will make some few extra comments about it, but from my side, I'm not just saying this due to the fact that I'm working with these guys, but yeah, I was like watching them through all this 2020, and basically these guys nailed it. They launched the First Day Menace, which was their pre-workout. Then they started with the Fat Burner Drip, and they are not slowing down. So they are like releasing product after product, and they are also, listening to customers' feedback as far as like flavors, as far as what they want to produce next. So I really like what they are trying to do, and their branding, their marketing profile, maybe also like
They're in the UK, right?
what? Yeah,
UK,
they're from UK. Yeah, exactly.
I like their branding. What's different about their story though, as far as the products themselves? The branding is brilliant. I really like it. Is there anything?
You know what they
It's just the lifestyle branding.
No, branding is super important. I totally.
They have that cool little they made that social media account based on the icon. What's his name? The mascot, Sid, I think his name is. You can see him on
the branding, the IG profile. I just checked it out. Everything looks 100 like cool. Yeah, it's on the money. Other than coolness, is there anything else? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm actually literally asking.
Of course not.
I think they're trying to develop something with that Sid character.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I think so.
Yeah, they
Cool.
build this character, and basically based on it, they build
That's awesome.
the entire line and everything. So yeah.
Who's the target audience? It's more mainstream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like a ghost thing, right? It's a lifestyle thing.
Yeah, but at the same
Overused
time,
lifestyle, but it just felt like saying lifestyle.
Yeah, but you know what? But at the same time, they are offering more complex products, in my opinion. They are also utilizing patented ingredients, which is cool. Plus everything is transparent, which is also
cool.
Another plus for them.
The design, the marketing. How long have they been around?
A year.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, nice. And they're already. So they started in the UK, and now where are they?
Well, we are
Europe.
I
don't know. I think, are they in Australia?
Wow, nice.
I don't know.
They seem like a good fit for Australia. They're branded and stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, I
seems
agree.
like a good thing.
Yeah. So
Really, really well done marketing. It looks really nice. So there's interesting. Okay, so started a year ago. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay.
what about you guys?
What's sassy? What's spicy? Was that the question? What's spicy?
Yeah, what
What
new
have
goodies
you
have
added?
crossed your threshold this week that you've been experimenting with and either pleasantly
I
surprised
actually
with or
did.
utterly disappointed?
Yeah. So okay, for me, like actually, strangely enough, I think I dropped the review of the Core Fury and Core Pump. Actually, first time I do core reviews on the channel. Like I did once, like 10,000 years ago. Interesting. Solid stuff, like solid formulas, well done. I mean, nothing crazy, but solid stuff. What's spicy though? What's spicy? There's a couple of things spicy coming next week, but what's spicy?
How was that new mezzo? Because I had somebody reach out to us and ask us how what you thought of the new mezzo. So for the people that haven't checked out your review yet, give us a synopsis of it.
I reviewed it. It's okay. It's nice. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing. There's better stuff out there.
It's fine. I love that.
No, it's good. It's good. It's not. Listen, first, I think the bar is so high right now. There's so many. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can have good products with nice marketing and stuff like that. To differentiate on product experience, it's super hard. Like, there's just so much good like stuff out there. And I mean, if you like something, just stick to it. It's okay. It's not. I think we discussed here on the channel, and I also mentioned that in my review, that even the original mezzo, I wasn't like, oh my god, I can't believe they took that thing away. I miss it so much. It's unbelievable. There's better pre-workout since that I've tried since compared to the original mezzo. This new one is okay. It's better than the previous one, like the interim version with the Singalia Benederi or whatever they used there.
Did they put isopropyl norepinephrine in there too?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I can't remember that. Maybe they did. I can't remember. It's a prop blend. It's okay. It's nice. I mean, there's better. If you're searching, listen. If you're searching for euphoria and mood elevation and the stuff that DMAA is supposed to give you, there's better euphoria and mood elevation out there. If you want to get aggressive, then there's better aggressive stuff out there. If you want to get pumps, there's better pumps out there. Is it like mind blowing? I think some people will just. I mentioned that in my review. I'm sure that. By the way, it's good. It's just not. It's not like top.
TJ, do you remember the original one?
Yeah, I just mentioned it. I wasn't.
No, but is it comparable?
No, I think it's not comparable. I think the original, the mood elevation, the euphoria was more apparent.
Okay.
This one is not. It's not very apparent. There's no. I didn't get euphoria. I didn't get euphoric.
Yeah, you're not going to get that unless there's some urea in there or maybe DMAA.
They say that there's geranium extract, right? Whatever that means, right?
I mean, it's like putting ephedra viridis on there.
Right.
So there's no ephedrine alkaloid.
I think they played with it. Yeah. So there was nothing there that gave me that. Yeah. There was no urea and there's no I mean, there's DMHA there though. So theoretically, they could have hit it, right? There's DMHA. It's just labels are just labels. It didn't get euphoria.
Yeah.
It's good. It's okay. It's okay.
The big, hairy, ugly dude, Steve Shaw, the Obi-Wan to my Luke, is checking in on his channel. There we go. Finally, Steve has said he's checked in a bunch of times on like the Wednesday lives that Sandy and I do, and he's tried logging in from 6 different accounts, and every time it gets blocked for some reason. So there he is today. There we go.
What's going on?
No fate checking in, and yeah, Robbie set the bar pretty high with Assassin as far as like light your balls on fire pre-workout. So
I think aggressiveness-wise, if you're trying to find something aggressive, then Assassin is definitely up there. Euphoria, though, I'm telling you, like there's a couple. I don't know. I mean, for the people watch my review of pre-phase KO, phase 1 nutrition. I think that's the standard right now for Euphoria.
I just saw TJ. You liked my comment on YouTube, so thanks a lot, man.
Which one? What did you say? That my dick is huge? Which one?
Yeah, exactly that one.
I probably double liked it. One for the comment, second for the big lie. Yeah.
Shane, is there anything new you've been testing this week?
See, between November and December, I do like a personal stack kind of thing. I haven't done too many reviews, so I'm on like a weight loss stack. I usually do it to close out the year. So I got core shred, core burn and core hard. Or and that's my go-to combo. That's why I was sweating the other fucking week, because I took the thermo before we started for some stupid reason. I was just fucking sitting here and I was sweating bullets, just driven. And I'm like, the weirdest thing is I get sweaty by doing less. I don't get that hot if I take it before going to the gym, but if I'm just sitting here doing nothing, man, it just pours out. It's crazy. But nah, nothing. I've tried a lot of new things in terms of snacks and functional foods. The barbell or beer bells, the new protein bar beer bells one launched for Christmas. If you're a beer bells fan, candy bar style protein bar fan, then that thing is fucking dynamite. Yeah. Like, it's one of the best ones I've done in a while. And because it's Christmas edition, it won't be around for long. But their last two Christmas editions, they also launched as permanents like 2 months later. And this is better than any of them. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be keeping it.
Okay.
Although they'll probably change the name.
By the way, speaking of that stuff, I just tried today the Quest peanut butter cups. Have you guys tried it?
Oh, yeah.
It's on the money.
It's
really good. I mean, the macronutrients are not great, but this thing is on the money. Like
I've had other peanut butter cups before that tasted pretty good, and I assumed Quest with the macros. I was like, the macros that aren't this lean, you know that it's gonna taste.
Yeah. No, but it's like you have 190 calories, 44 out of them are protein, right? So you're taking a lot of shit outside. So it's like a protein infused peanut butter cups. So, but it's good. Listen, if you're like, again, like if we're taking this for health reasons, then it's bullshit. But if you're saying, okay, Reese's or this, then
yes, yeah. It's a good alternative.
It's good. I mean, it's good. It's the taste is wow. I really liked it. Maybe I was.
It'll throw. No, it's damn good. That shit's good. I mean, my problem is that every time I ate one, I was like, God damn it! There goes like 200. There goes 200 calories. Yeah.
Extra hour of cardio.
Yeah. It's very hard. It's not macro friendly at all. Yeah.
It always blows my mind that you throw back one and then you throw back two and you're like, oh, I'm still hungry. But there goes 400 calories. You're like, oh,
right.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's a problem with bars generally, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, see, bars I get kind of full because they make you chew. So you're like, I feel like mentally you're like, yeah.
So you know the Gatorade ones, the big ones, the Gatorade ones, the 330 calories one, the caramel, they're actually amazing. Oh my! Of course they're amazing. They have like 40 grams of fucking sugar, right? Like
no, wait. I'm gonna.
Not the ones not the ones you reviewed, baby. It's not these ones.
Well, no. Like, there's a chocolate pretzel one I tried. It's disgusting.
No, so it's not the one you reviewed. I'm just I can bring it.
We reviewed two different ones. We reviewed a chocolate pretzel one, and then they have like the leaner one.
I'll send you one. If you don't like wet yourself eating it, then I'll pay for your next month's mortgage. Right? Like, seriously, I'm telling you,
we can do that.
Amazing. It's fucking amazing.
You got those big $5.
Yeah. I was actually doing this. I was thinking about this today because they launched the 1.5 nutrition, the big
one with the
because the macros on it are like 480 calories. I was like,
yeah, man,
the bar is 480.
Yeah,
that is a big bar.
Wow. The macros on this bar, it's like 24 grams of fat, like 48 grams of carbs, and like 24 grams of protein.
Wow.
It goes up to, I think, the different flavors.
Going for like it's a mass gainer bar. Actually,
no, it's like I think it's like a bigger version of the outright bar. It's the same kind of nut butter based whole food,
but it's
style.
Like
but I think
100 grams, right?
It's 100 grams, so
that's
it's pretty much
bar. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're going after like this, actually, no one did it before. I'm just thinking about it. It's a good segment, like the mass gainer bar.
Okay, like so that's what I was.
Like, it's not supposed to be calorie friendly. It's just like for people.
That was what I was thinking about, because I was trying to figure out if the Big O bar was the biggest protein bar I'd seen in it. It's not. The most calorie dense one I've seen, I believe, was 600 calories.
Wow.
It's a Spanish brand. It's 120 gram flapjack. Wow. It feels like block of gold in your
This
hand.
type of shit is dangerous for me because I can eat. I was just gonna say the Gatorade one is big. It's like 80 grams, and it's very good, and it's very sweet, and I literally go through a box. I can go through a box in like an hour and a half, no stop. Like it's just so I'm bottomless. Like I'm Shane. Like your stomach is like my son's, my 12 years old son's. I'm serious. You get full by a bar because you need to chew it.
No. Don't confuse. I can put away a shitload.
Okay.
But my problem is I can't do that. I shouldn't do that.
I put up like I gained.
Permanent cutting phase,
Yeah, poor guy with this like 5 carbs a day. Yeah. That's I think that's the Gatorade one. What Pete just put there.
Yeah,
I think so because it's not Bigo.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
43
Pete, how
grams of
good
carbs.
is it? Just tell Robert here how good is it?
Yeah,
no,
is it?
I'm telling you, this one is amazing. I don't know the pretzel one. This one, shit.
Yeah,
man.
Avoid the pretzel one like the plague. It's not good.
Wow,
I've still got a box that I bought when you had it on discount on the site. And it's,
this one is so good. I'm not sure. They have a couple of brands. This one is soft. The pretzel, I think the other type is very hard.
Yeah.
This one is, man, I'm telling you. By the way, the first thing you take a bite, without even showing you the nutrition panel, you say, oh shit, what have I done? Like there's just no way it's so good without being,
How much protein is in there? Was it
20.
Like, it's gotta be
I think
like
it's
10?
20. I think it's 20.
Yeah, it is. It's 20.
God damn.
It's so good.
Yeah. Steve was asking who's behind Big O. It's a collaboration between Curry and Lobliner at Tiger Fitness.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yep.
They never really said anything, but then like right at the bottom, I think of the press release, it was like, oh, if you want to distribute or pick it up, email Mark.
Yeah, they are amazing. The Quest cups. I'm telling you, like it was so good. I'm so happy I bought only one. These are one of the things I would just go through the box without blinking. I just got one. I just went through. I actually stopped at the vitamin shop and get it because I know my. Listen, I got my son. So Gilad, curly hair, turned vegan. So my wife says, "Hey, buy him some protein bars, vegan protein bars, because he needs to take more protein because he's not eating meat now. He's not taking dairy. He's not taking anything, not eggs.
What the hell?
100% vegan. So anyway, I ordered like a variety box on Amazon of no cow bars. The vegan bars are actually like, and by the way, vegan bars by definition are not that good, right?
No.
So I ordered these things. He tasted one. He said, it's not that good. But my wife says, hey, you have to eat one a day because you need the protein. Okay, great. By noon, the day after, the box was gone. And there was no question in the house who ate the whole fucking box. Zero question. I was just on calls, and I'm going back to the pantry, taking one, going back, taking one. I can show you, like, this is okay. This is the fucking trash can in my office.
Look at Shane.
God damn, man.
Man, I'm fucking bottomless. Like I'm telling you, yeah.
We're gonna check TJ into Protein Bars Anonymous group.
I wouldn't be able to eat carbs the next day.
Man,
the next year.
God damn.
No, it's dangerous. It's so dangerous. No, I gain. By the way, I'm sensitive to carbs also. Like I'll gain fluff. I told Pete, I was texting with Pete here the other day. I told him I think I put up like 8 pounds of fluff in the last 3 months, probably from sitting in the office, Zoom meetings all day and fucking eating bars all day. But I'm hungry. I don't know what to do.
What do y'all think of MRE bars?
I love them. I reckon those are great.
Love them.
I find them a great blend of that candy bar approach and
Whole Foods.
Just good macros.
Some are also like savory, right? Like the banana nut bread one, and there's stuff there that's really oatmeal one. Feel like food. Again, I stopped buying them because I went through 3 boxes of the German chocolate cake in like 2 days.
The German chocolate cake is
really good.
That's the devil. Mama said these bars are the devil.
Yeah, very good.
Well, I find it fun. Like they were advertised as a Whole Foods bar, and then Lobliner. It was right before Lobliner came out with the outright bar, and he released that video shit talking. I'm saying it's not really a real Whole Foods bar because there's 86 preservatives in it and all that other stuff. But
it was true.
He didn't really name the MRE bar.
No, but he showed like a blacked out picture of it and everything. I mean, he's a smart marketing guy. I mean,
he showed a facts panel. He showed the nutrition panel that was exactly.
I actually just tried the outright bars the other day, like 2 days ago. The marshmallow, no, was it marshmallow? Cookies and cream? It's okay.
Peppermint or something?
I mean, it's good. The macros are not that good also.
No, it's like I need a bar to have at least 20 grams of protein for me to consider a protein bar or something.
Yeah, to feel good about yourself. Otherwise, it just feels like
that's the good and bad thing. We know the macros, and so when we buy them, we're like, oh, it's great, good protein, but the carbs are off. Usually, the fat is high. But for mainstream people who buy like Reese's and candy bars, they see this and they'd be like, oh yeah, I'll grab that. Over there, and they
true. That's the market.
And people, like they were saying, they sell the peanut butter cups like crazy.
Yeah,
it was the same with the Muscle Farm protein candies.
I never tried those. Were they any good?
Oh, dude, those were on point.
Very
but
good.
I mean,
they're on point, but you better off.
The calories are the same.
Like you get M&M and a scoop of protein, you'll get more actually better macros. Just
the calories on a bag.
Take a scoop of protein.
The calories gram for gram, I believe, are around the same. So
they were the same.
The only difference was it was like less sugar, more protein.
And but if you're attacked, I mean, it wasn't.
But it's so different. It's interesting. But they said they sell like crazy. You put protein on the label.
Listen, it's the feel good thing, right? It's the feel good. It's like you know how we talked about vegan, but I can talk about what do you call it? Organic. Right? Like people say, yeah, it's organic. So what? It can fucking still be like shit.
I've never understood that.
But people talk like that. Try to say, oh, he's vegan. He's probably eating healthy. No, fuckers. Fries are vegan. Like
bro, but you know,
bread all day.
Some people do care, you know, about their food, you know, and what.
No, but I think people when they buy organic, they confuse it with the fact that if it's organic, it must be like. Lean and nutritious and healthy.
Brown rice. Oh, it's brown rice. Okay, I can have 5 cups of it.
Yeah, I mean, because I went to when I was in LA last year, I went to some. I assume it was an organic supermarket. It was apparently very popular, and my friend took me in just to look around. And I was looking at all the things, and I'm like. All these products were like pre-made and packaged really nicely, and like the variety was awesome. But then when I looked at the macros on absolutely everything, I was like, well, I can't eat any of this because I mean, and it was like twice the price. It looked delicious. It was not like I just assumed because it felt like a specialty store that, you know, I'm in for something lean, keto friendly or something.
I remember. I remember I was sitting with it's so funny what he was saying. True story. Like I have a friend who tried to lose weight and he was working when we were sitting in this office in this conference room, and we had like this long ass 5 hours off-site sitting in a conference room. And the dude, because he was on a diet, he brought in this fucking jar of like 5 pounds of almonds, and he was just going through the fucking jar like all day because it's almonds, it's healthy. I'm telling you, do you understand? You just ate enough calories for
man,
like Olympia bodybuilder for 10 days. You just like went through, but no, it's almonds. It's healthy for you. It's good fat. You know that thing? It's good fat. Yeah, it's like 70 pounds of good fat. Good luck with that shit, Fado. I mean, but that's
exactly on the point.
Yeah. I would agree that Mark is positioning the outright to sell it off. He's even said that as much on a YouTube live or something. It was right after Quest and One Bars got bought out for whatever obscenely godly amount of money. He was saying he would settle for $300 million to sell the outright at some point, and then he'd retire.
Yeah.
Creamer, forget buying them. You have to make the ultimate protein bar.
What's that? Forget buying them. You have to make. I don't know if I'm good with this stuff. I know how to make it, but yeah, I mean, outright. I do think that for MTS specifically, MTS pre-outright and MTS post-outright are a totally different company as far as valuation for an exit for selling it out. It moves them totally into this, hey, I have presence on the shelves of Vitamin Shop, GNC, stores like that. I can have a play. You can totally see how a big brand, like a consumer goods brand, would jump on this thing and say, okay, I get it. And actually, it would probably at some point kill the sports nutrition piece. Like, just stay with the bars, or they would just spin off the bars and just sell that one. Because I think it's happening now with Dymatize. I think Post is sort of killing the Dymatize elements of the business, like as far as like the more hardcore sports nutrition. It's not a big enough business for them. It doesn't have enough of a play. So I think but functional foods, that gives you like sort of technology and access into the more healthy area, which is a big growing industry. Yeah. I mean, it's a smart move, and he nailed down a category. So yeah, good for him.
All right.
TJ,
Question from Pete. TJ. Almonds or 15 Gatorade bars?
Of course, 15 Gatorade bars. Easy. I can do both though. I've done this also.
Hey,
I
TJ,
would not want to be. I would not want to be around anyone that has eaten 7 pounds of almonds. The sheer amount of fiber that's going to be going through your body with that. That's not going to be pretty.
Also with the bars, my wife would go and say, "Hey, these bars, they're not doing me well." Like in the morning, I would hear the stories. Dude, you should stop with the bars.
We got a question. We had a couple of questions a couple of weeks ago from Pete that he sent in. Since we've had guests the past 2 weeks, we haven't been able to get around to them. So the first one for the panel: supplement expiration dates. How valid are they? Are there ingredients that go bad? Do they lose potency, or nothing at all? Really, is it just a legal thing to put an expiration date on there?
Robert, this is for you, Robic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have fucking all pina coladas from like 5 years ago. I still have packets of it. I've been using it, protein, and it seems to be fine to me. I think it's mostly like legal thing. Probably like certain things, like maybe pre-workouts, especially like the ones that have glycerol and stuff like that, they probably can harden up pretty badly. In terms of expiration, I know that even from a medical perspective, I think Marina was telling me that even though they put expiration on meds, most of them are good years after the expiration date. So I think it all depends. I don't think that if your powder is expired, like protein powder, and I think you're good to use it a year or two even after expiration date. From a legal perspective, I don't know.
Yeah, I would be weary probably of using something that had glycerol monostearate in it because it's attached to stearic acid, and that's not very shelf stable. It could spoil real easily, and then you're consuming a rancid oil, which aside from tasting horrendous is going to make the tub either clump up or it's going to be oxidized and be pro-inflammatory in the body. So I wouldn't recommend consuming that. I think there might be some degradation in the potency of like a stimulant or something.
Yeah, Lukasz, I was talking to Frenchie, and he was talking about a supplement that was outdated, and he said, he gave me the tub, and he says, oh, yeah, it's the original, but, account for a 20% degradation because it's like 3-4 years old. Yeah. And he said, so just take a little bit, like a heaping scoop as opposed to flat. And I was like, I never even knew that, but obviously that was a high stem product, so, but he got that number out of, I assume, some sort of knowledge he has or research he did. I don't know.
I just think that it's definitely like maybe like Jose said, potency degradation. I think but again, it depends. I think on the ingredients more than anything. I know, for example, that I think it was Evogen product. They had it was actually one of my favorite products that they made. Something with carnitine plus Carnogen, yeah, that one. I actually like that product quite a lot. But I remember that if that shit it didn't even have to expire. Once you open it, probably within a week or two, that was hard as a rock. And I remember they actually put a sticker on it that said, refrigerated or stuff like that. And I think that didn't help it much either.
Yeah. Do all of you use expired products, or have you still used them? I mean, I've used expired proteins, and I have a 2-pound tub of old Extend pineapple flavored. I think that expired 3 years ago that I just found in the back of my closet the other day. So I've been using that just kind of like throughout the day just to drink something. So I mean, I haven't had any issues or anything like that. So
I'm pretty sure I'm just paranoid, so I don't touch anything expired.
I've used protein bars in the past that have been mildly expired, like a month, 2 months.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Listen, seriously, in the span of like 1 to 3 to 4 months, by definition, there's no issue. because if that like it's not like something dies a day after. Oh my god, boom, that's it. You missed it by a day. You're toast. You're dead. I mean, 3 years after, I don't know, Robert. That's sort of walking in mind there. But
it was a fully sealed tub, so it was still like air sealed. I mean, when I opened it,
totally worth the $15. I agree with you. Drink it.
Well, I got it for free, so I mean, it's not like I was eating.
I don't think so, though, that it's illegal to sell it. The reason why, because I know I've seen a few posts from different stores where they would actually advertise, we have expired product, on sale for $15, like protein that costs usually like $15.
I can tell you. I can tell you from my personal experience that there is a huge demand on expired products.
Yeah,
demand.
Huge.
Yeah. If you do
like
cheap, if you sell it on a price, if you give it on a special price, right?
It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah. Why?
But Lukasz expired within like certain period of time, or just expired in general?
Expired in general.
Wow.
For some people, it doesn't matter if it's like 12 months, 1 year, even 2 years.
I mean, if it's cheap enough, listen, guys, this is all a question of, I mean, people eat shit, even food, forget supplements, right? Like you give them cheap stuff, they'll eat it if it's cheap. It's all a matter of, it's all cost.
I think the only reason they sell it cheap, though, is because they know that there is a majority of people out there that would see the expiry and not touch it, such as myself.
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't
my
buy
question is
something
from a
at
legal
full price if it was expired.
What,
I don't think so. No, I've seen too many stores sell stuff expired that I can't imagine it being.
You never used anything expired?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, man. No bread. I mean, chicken I might push to the same day as expiry, but I mean, it depends. I do the smell test. If it's like, even if it's expired that day and it's still got a good 24 hours and I smell it and it smells like shit, throw it out.
Fuck, man.
I'm
stupid,
raw
I know.
chicken or cooked chicken?
No, raw chicken. Like cooked chicken's good for like whatever, how long after you. I don't think I've ever cooked chicken and not eaten it by the time it goes off.
Yeah. Well, so on chicken, I'm not sure how they label things in New Zealand, but there's a sell-by date. But the sell-by date isn't necessarily the expiration date. So even though they have to sell it in the store by then.
Okay, so we have a packing date, so the date that it's packed, and then we have the date that's it basically goes off, or best before is what our other one is.
Yeah.
And pretty much the day after that, or around that time, the chicken starts smelling like rancid shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to cook it anyway, so it's usually 5 days. I know that in the US it's a bit different, like the off days and stuff. But same here. Some supermarkets have chicken like that you need to eat within 3-4 days.
Yeah.
But
cook that shit
obviously
immediately.
that's the big cheap supermarkets. But I'm paranoid. I know it's dumb, and it's probably like an old school thing, but I see the expiration date. I'm like, no, not touching it.
No, but you know what? But you're speaking about food, but what about supplements?
No, supplements the same.
The same? Even if for example you have a, let's say, a pre-workout which is like expired for maybe like a month, you won't touch it?
No.
Fuck me, man. You're a fucking.
But the thing is, is that if I get a pre-workout and it expires, that means it's been sitting there for 2 years, 3 years. I don't get anything that's like already dated. None of my stuff I buy is dated. Like it's already a year old by the time I get it. So if I have something in my cupboard, I have a lot more to worry about than expiration. That thing's probably solid as a fucking rock.
Yeah, put it in the blender, blend it, and you got a powder.
Then you're done.
That's just. But see, I've never had if a pre-workout is worth that effort to blend up, then I probably would have gone through it.
It's a valid point.
Ooh,
this is important, Shane. When something expires,
that is an interesting point. If there is scientific proof to back this up, then I may need to change my ways.
So Shane, since you're concerned about your carb count, do you ever mess around with resistant starches? So like you'll cook rice and then you refrigerate it, and it changes the molecular structure of the rice that's in there to get more resistant starch, which would technically lower the carb count a little bit and transition it more to fiber. The same thing with potatoes. You cook them, then you refrigerate them, and then you heat them up again.
I believe we touched on this last week or the week before. There are things that when you go down the rabbit hole that I'm like, that's too much effort for me to give a shit about. Yeah. I'm like, look, dude, I'm going to have some oats and I'm going to have some rice and some dextrose be like, oh, if you have it at this amount and you mix it with this, I'm like, nah, bro. Look, I'm pouring it in, I'm cooking it up. Extra steps outside of that, I can't be fucking bothered. I'm good.
Okay, there we go.
I don't imagine those things are going to increase my weight loss or muscle that like at all. If like a noticeable amount, maybe like even less than my 1% that I usually enjoy.
Yeah. All right. Supps on deck checking in. Opinions on phosphatidic acid. So mediator phosphatidic acid, or if any of you have ever used the fern lecithin granules and done that to get phosphatidic acid. Has any of you used it? Let's go around the panel and then go ahead, Lukasz.
Yeah, I was using it slowly, and I also was using it with combination with other ingredients. And honestly, I prefer taking it with other ingredients, especially with betaine and with Pico2. So that was my top stack, which I really, really preferred and enjoyed. So yeah, I know that many companies are right now are releasing Core. Recently released the Full Metal Jacket. I think so. And it's like a combination of mediator and betaine nitrates, which is a cool stack. So I will definitely give it a shot. But yeah, it's a pretty cool ingredient. I would definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, Robbie, have you messed with it?
No, not really. I mean, I think I used it once also with in a combination with Pico 2, but I can't really attest whether it was a major contributor or not, because I really like Pico 2, so it's hard for me to tell. But I can't say that I as far as I recall, I don't think that it was a major difference.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same as Robert. I've had it twice, 2-month stretch at both occasions, but I never was like, oh shit, here come the gains. And I mean, usually that thing's quite expensive as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I used it because I had heard people say that they got great results, but just when I had it on both those times, I don't know, wasn't any bigger 2 months later.
TJ, what about you?
Yeah, I haven't played with it a lot. I tried it a couple. It's very expensive. At least it was when I started. I think it's stupid. Honestly, I think it's stupid. Like, there's the science behind it is really, really flaky from what I read the research on PA. And honestly, I don't have patience for this stuff. Like, I totally get it. People are competing or whatever, and they want to take something for a year and see what happens, or buy into the 0.001%, whatever it takes. I'm doing this for fun. So I could never justify the ROI on this thing.
Arachidonic acid is still my go-to. I know some people are hit or miss on that, but I'm a hit on that. And that is usually quite pricey too, but god damn it, that shit works for me every time.
X gels. Do you use the SNS X gels? Is that the form you use?
SNS is the best.
I've used SNS. I've used Animal Test had it. Animal Test, they have it in there. I had another one. I can't remember the name of it, but each time it just
I think Molecular Nutrition released one as well.
Which SNS? Is that the X gel thing?
Yeah.
X gels. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pro-inflammatory molecule. So you take it around the workout window, and it increases the inflammation that you would get during a resistance training session. That acts as various signaling pathways in the body to ramp up protein synthesis and muscle growth and all that good stuff.
I've heard some people. Dude, no, for certain. Whenever I run 8 weeks on, I think it's 6 to 8. I can't remember the max on it. My lifts just, and I'm monitoring the diet's exactly the same. My diet doesn't change usually when I do this, and I usually go for about 4 weeks, 6 weeks on it, then 4 weeks kind of strength around it. And pretty much when I hit that second week in to using the X gels, it's just reps go up, strength goes up. I think I put on maybe 20 pounds on my deadlift, 30 pounds earlier this year. Nice. And it was a noticeable jump.
That's impressive, actually, if it actually works.
But everything was the same. I keep my diet the same. I didn't work out any less anymore. But I think that shit's awesome. But again, I have heard people that say that they didn't like it at all.
Like didn't do shit for them.
Yeah, and so someone was saying like the pro-inflammation can have offset effects. Like
Yeah, it can have I mean, it's for certain people. Yeah, well, I mean, like everything, certain things are going to work for other people. Other people, it's going to be hazardous or not a good thing. I've used phosphatidic acid on and off. I think I noticed a little bit better muscle fullness, maybe a little bit greater recovery. I've written a couple of articles on it. There's one for the people listening, go check out Primeval Labs site. There's a definitive guide to phosphatidic acid I put together. It used to be called Primabol, and then they changed it to PA Max. So there's a pretty comprehensive guide I put together on that site for y'all that want to nerd out on the research. But basically, it's another way of stimulating mTOR in the body. So it's kind of like leucine, but it is it's a fatty acid that actually directly stimulates mTOR. So without getting too into the weeds of it, and so the research that's shown it's improved muscle strength, recovery, and as a byproduct of that, you've also seen a reduction in fat loss, so improvements in body composition. I'd like to see more research on it because there hasn't been a ton since it first debuted, early 2010s. So yeah. Being that betaine helps with protein synthesis, would it be best to take post-workout, say with protein or aminos? I'm going to say that it doesn't really matter. If you look at the studies, they either do 2.5 grams pre-workout or they split it up into 1.25 grams pre and post-workout. It doesn't really matter. It's a saturation-based compound, first and foremost, kind of like creatine. It does have some osmolytic properties, so it'll encourage the cells to absorb more water, which will cause cell volumization and expansion. And so as a byproduct, the cell perceives that as a threat to its survival, and that's what makes it ramp up protein synthesis. It's not directly stimulating protein synthesis the way like leucine or phosphatidic acid would. It's doing it because it's causing the cell to expand, and as that happens, that's a threat to the cell's survival. So that's when it gets to ramping up protein synthesis. And the other way it's going to help with performance and muscle gains, that it's going to improve your ability to create overload in your workout. So you'll lift more weights for more reps, and you do that consecutively over time, then you'll, in theory, build more muscle than you would have without it. But it's not like it's an actual muscle builder where it's, directly, it's not like a steroid or something like that.
I knew all of that, by the way. Everything you said, I knew that. I just wanted to have you tell it.
There you go.
You tell it.
Same here.
Yeah, right, Shane? You knew it, right?
Yeah.
You just didn't want to overcomplicate it. You wanted Robert to give it simple. Like just
I don't want people to think
that everybody understands. Exactly.
I don't want people to think I'm too smart.
Exactly. You want to keep it modest, right? Like you're good looking, you barely eat carbs, smart also. I mean, fuck it. I mean,
I'll shut up for the rest of the episode.
We'll take the next one.
There you go, Shade. You could read this one and respond.
Oh, fuck off. Are you serious? No. See, I used to do high carb back in the day. And I had this discussion with my doctor, and that's when it dawned on me. I would do 200, 250 a day maybe when I was trying to gain. And then I would do a cut, and then I went to the doctor, and he was like, Shane, you weigh like a lot more than usual. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I'm gaining. And he's just like, and then I went back like 6 months later and said, Shane, you're heavier. And I was like, yeah, that's weird, isn't it? I'm trying to go down. And he's like, you should know this. When you get older, your body doesn't digest as good as it did when you're younger. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I thought I just did the same thing. And he's like, no. Sometimes it slows down. Sometimes the process is different. And if your job changes, which my job is mostly not doing much, he's like, and that's when it hit me. And I was like, fuck. So I dropped the carbs and my weight just stopped going up, thankfully. Because I was having trouble and then when I got down to the 120, 150 mark, that's where I was able to maintain. I can stay steady at that. I wanted to play around 200 because I was hungry as shit. But 750, you fucking dreaming? God damn it. That's no. Oh, I've done cheat meals. And I'll go in and I'll have like maybe McDonald's or something, like a big cheat meal. I'll weigh 8 to 10 pounds more when I fucking come out. Obviously, I've drank a lot, but it's
8 to 10
and then
from one McDonald's.
But I mean, that's mostly water weight because of the sodium.
Yes, I know. But I'll stay at that weight for a week.
What?
It's insane.
Wow.
And it pissed
Corey,
me off
you-
because
I got
by
that,
the time I would want to go to have my other cheat meal, I wouldn't have lost anything. I would have gained. And mentally, you like, okay, I know it's just water weight. I know it's full of shit. But mentally, you can't get out of your head because it doesn't go away. That you think it stays there. So I can probably do a cheat meal if I stay away from carbs. But
wow, that makes me feel so bad because I literally cheat all day.
yeah, well, good for you.
Like seriously, like I'm trying to remember. Like sometimes I'll take a meal. I mean, cheat. What I'm saying, cheat is in Shane standard, which is like having anything with carbs, right? Like it's just.
So when I did if I go to, let's just say my big cheat meal for McDonald's, maybe something in the realm of. And do you guys have like a Mega Mac, it's like a double Big Mac?
Mega Mac? Never heard about it.
It's basically a Big Mac with like double beef patty, so it's just 4 instead of 2. I'd probably do 2 of those, 20 to 30 nuggets, maybe a sundae, an extra cheeseburger, 2 large fries, maybe a shake, and maybe something else.
Like 1,500 calories, right? Like something like that.
Yeah, so I probably would eat that for a cheat meal. No, I would think it would be more than 1,500. I don't know what a Big Mac combo is, but I'm pretty sure.
No, it's a lot more.
Okay. I mean, that's a respectable meal. Yeah. Okay.
But no, if I do that, that would just put me off for the week. And again, when you're trying to lose weight and then you constantly see that weight that you had from the cheat meal, it mentally plays with you.
Yeah, it does. Every morning.
When I get, yeah. This has become yeah, see? Here we go. He understands.
Yeah.
But I don't have that mentality like, oh, yeah, it's gains. No. I wish.
TJ Kachili, which cheating 2 boxes of protein bars instead of 1? There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
You must have like a fucking titanium toilet.
There's the toilet side effect, but I mean,
I've only got some kind of like upset stomach from protein bars if they're loaded with like sugar alcohols, like the Think Thin bars or the Think bars or whatever they're called. They have like 86 grams of sugar alcohols in them and all that crap.
I tell you what, I challenge
Those are the ones that'll tear your stomach up.
In Europe, they have these blocks of chocolate, and they taste amazing. They taste like real chocolate. It's insane, but they're made with maltitol. I dare you to put away as much as you possibly can of that, because I can't. I usually have an iron stomach. I don't usually have problems in the bathroom, but if I have more than the maximum of these because they say on the label, don't eat more than 2 in 24 hours, and I'll be like, what the fuck do you know? I can put 2. I can put 4. And I'm like, this isn't a pre-workout. I'm not going to stim out. So I had 4. Holy Jesus.
Stim heavy.
It's so loud, but just light drizzle. It's insane. It's insane.
Loud, but loud. Nice.
But so ever since then, and it doesn't come at once. It comes like spread out through the day.
Payments, like installments.
Yeah. Yes. So, but that's the thing. And so I haven't had more than the limit on these labels anymore. But I challenge you to put it away and not have problems.
It's like the potato chips that were released, back in I guess the early 2000s or late 90s that were made with Olestra. It was that fat that didn't digest, and so it caused people to just have like explosive diarrhea if they ate too many chips.
Oh, it reminds me. There is this fish, orange rafi or something, and it has this fat that you can't digest. So basically, it passes through you, just like you can't digest the fat. So once the bodybuilders were like eating because it's so it's so tasty.
Thins the skin.
Yeah, but it's they say it's like you can ask even John Meadows. He's in his latest Q&A, he was talking about it, and he said that he was like, first he was eating like chicken and everything, but after that he was like, fuck that, I'm gonna go to the fish. So he was eating like orange rafi, and he said that after like a few pounds of it, he was like, in the bathroom for like 1 hour, and it was like just like pure water, man.
Amazing.
You remember who actually made Orange Roffy popular in the bodybuilding community?
Nah.
Who?
Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning something about it.
Yeah, Jay Cutler, when he, in my opinion, because I was there, when he placed second to Ronnie in 2001 Mr. Olympia, where, you know, he obviously won that one, he was robbed, and his conditioning was just insane. I mean, it was just like something out of this world, one of the best I've ever seen, anyone has ever seen. And I remember he said that there are two things that Jay Cutler made very, very popular. One was Orange Roffy, because he said that he was using Orange Roffy throughout his diet. And the second one was actually a carbohydrate, Ezekiel bread, and that he was dying on Ezekiel bread. And I think the sales of Ezekiel just exploded. Everybody was getting Ezekiel bread. I actually like it. I'm a big fan of Ezekiel. But Orange Roffy and Ezekiel bread, actually, Jay Cutler made very, very popular.
What is the deal with Ezekiel bread? What is
sprouted grains instead of grains? So they supposedly like low. They don't spike in. Listen,
it gets rid of the anti-nutrients.
It's tasty as a toast, and it's full bullshit, and it makes you feel good about eating bread.
Well, there are actually a few of them. There's few. They come with different types. The problem is that if you take the one that is there's one low sodium or the one with flaxseed, those are actually they're pretty healthy, right, Robert? They're pretty good. But a lot of people misunderstood, and when they thought like Ezekiel bread is Ezekiel bread. So one of the most popular one is actually has, I think, cinnamon raisin or something like that.
It's very good. It's amazing.
It's amazing, but obviously you cannot diet on raisins.
None of them are diet food. Listen, this is one of these things. This is like we talked with organic food. It's like none of them are diet food. It's 80 calories, I think, per slice.
Yep.
Most of it, like 20 out, there's 4 grams of protein, and the rest is carbs. It's carbs. And
no. Nobody disputes that it's carbs.
It's better than the shit bread. Like if you can take shit bread.
I dieted on Ezekiel bread on flaxseed quite a few times, and the results were, especially if you're keeping it like low carb, it's actually a very good sale.
Then of course it's very.
But the problem is like TJ is right about the fact that people thought that it's healthy for you, and you can almost have it unlimited quantities, and all of a sudden you see people eating raisin Ezekiel bread, which is loaded with sugar.
Protein bars, right? Like because they have protein, so they must be okay. So 10,000 calories out of
there's nothing like
speaking of protein bars. I actually, we talk about protein bars a lot, and I wanted to ask. Probably Robert is the best to answer this question.
Oh, no.
Robert, most of protein bars right now on the market, I mean, let's face it. I mean, it says protein, but it's garbage. Most of them are shit. Loaded with sugar, most loaded with fat. If you had a question, somebody would ask you, what protein bar would you recommend for health reasons? Like as a healthier version, which brand would you recommend?
Healthy bar? I don't consider protein.
Not tasty, on a healthier side.
Fuck.
You see, that's the thing. Like, I couldn't come up with anything.
I mean, maybe you could say the RX bar, since it's only like 5 ingredients, but those taste terrible. I'm like, if we're going for like just a pure Whole Foods kind of thing, I mean, it's dates, egg whites, almonds, salt, and something else, but they taste terrible. Like the dark chocolate sea salt's the only palatable one that there is. I mean, I would just consider that, like we tell people eat like 90-10 clean, 80-20 clean. Put your protein bar as the 20% that's in the junk of your daily diet or something like that. It's, I mean, I have 2 to 3 protein bars a day, as long as you're eating enough in enough calories or, staying within your calorie limit. It's not going to make a hill of beans one way or the difference. Most protein bars, I mean, it's a candy bar that's higher in protein. That's basically what it is. There's less sugar because they put artificial sweeteners in it, and they put protein powder in it. But I mean, and there might be some other kind of, fake fibers in there, the soluble corn fiber, the IMOs, the isomalto oligosaccharides, those kind of things, or the chicory root and inulin.
Is RX bar the one that is recommended to keep refrigerated? Is that the one?
No, that's the perfect bar.
Yeah, the perfect bar. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you want to make a Whole Foods bar only thing, you could say something like a Cliff bar or, but I mean, all of those still, they're all just, the macros aren't that great, and they're not going to fill you up all that much. Same thing with the outright bar. The macros are just kind of and they don't
I
fill me
think
up. For shit.
the best macros I've seen on a protein bar was Got7. They did 30 grams of protein at 220 calories.
That is pretty
So
good. I say
so
the
that's
Built
like
Bar is pretty good too. That's 20 grams of protein. I think like 120
Yeah, I don't
calories or
understand-
something.
Which one is that? Oh, Built Bar. Yeah.
Built Bar, yeah. Those
I
are
think
pretty
it's
good
like
macros.
18 grams. Yeah.
How
That
do they-
funky texture though, right? Like they figured out some. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I had Built Bars here, like the new version that they came out, and I just went through. That's the problem. Like I just went down through 2 boxes in like 2 days, and it's low but that at least has low calories. Like you can eat like a full box of this shit, and it's like 1,500 calories.
Yeah. Sandy and I just reviewed these on the channel. They sent us a
Reverse
box of
plates.
these bars, these Next bars. It was spearheaded by one of the girls that used to be a higher up with Gaspari. It says it's keto and vegan friendly, or paleo friendly. Sorry, paleo friendly, keto friendly, gluten free. 15 grams of carbs. 15 grams of protein. 1 net carb. 1 gram of sugar. The ingredients. I mean, it's a protein blend. It's got a bunch of different ingredients in it. It's 190 calories. I mean, this is cleaner, but all protein bars all have those additives and stabilizers and thickeners.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I would ever go for something with like I understand the idea with the outright bar, whole food based. I mean, I care about expirations, but I don't necessarily care about if it's entirely whole food based. Like the outright bar is as clean as you can get, I guess. Same with the RX bar, but I'd grab the MRE bar. I'd grab the Bear Bells. I mean.
Yeah,
I've
the
never had a
Gatorade
problem.
bars, the Sinfits. I would grab any of those before any of these whole
I don't
food
know
bars.
if I'm putting down the carbs in the Gatorade bar, but I mean,
Well, for all of us that are not, snowflakey about the carb content.
I don't think it's snowflakey. I just don't think I have a choice.
It's a bit snowflakey.
You're stealing my word, man.
It's a bit snowflakey, Shane. I can't hide it from you. I have to give it to you. Like it's a bit snowflakey. It's not big time snowflakey. It's like
Just a little bit.
maybe
It's lightly dosed snowflake.
Lightly snowflake.
Well, vegan protein is the one that TJ recommended.
By far, nothing comes
that
close.
one was pretty good.
There's 2 vegan proteins, guys. 2 vegan proteins. One of them is bean protein.
Beam was amazing.
Mind-blowing. The peanut butter salted caramel.
Yeah.
I like blueberry is amazing. Also, if you like blueberries, I just don't like blueberries protein by definition. The peanut butter one, mind-blowing. And the other one, which is amazing, but there's like so many flavors, you need to choose the right one. The Steel Supplements, Veg Pro, the peanut butter and jelly, chocolate, mind-blowing. Like for vegan protein, unfucking believable. I reviewed both on the channel, by the way. Just Google Beam. Did I review the vegan one from Beam? No.
Yes,
just go get it.
I think
I reviewed the isolate. The vegan actually is here. I need to. It's recorded. I didn't post it. The steel one I reviewed. Amazing. Both of them, the best out there. Nothing comes close, at least that I tried.
Have you tried the Nutrex ones?
No, but I heard it's good, by the way. I heard it's okay for vegan.
Yeah, I mean, that's the caveat, though. It's good for vegan protein. Like, we're never going to get a vegan protein that's on par with, like, a whey protein or a blended.
I can tell you, like, the vegan one from Beam Supplements, the peanut butter isolate, the peanut butter vegan protein, peanut butter salted, whatever it's called, caramel.
Yeah.
I literally enjoyed drinking it. Like, I had it, and I have, like, I don't know what, like 700.
Did you do the mom test though?
My son had it. Gilad, he's vegan now.
You got to do a mom test. Someone that's far away from supplements.
Like 6,000 miles. Do you want me what to do?
Just find an old lady on the street. Give it.
If I get close to an old lady, they call the police here. I mean,
You
endangering public health.
I've had the Beam one. I think Beam, Ghost, Nutrix, and Switch in Australia. Those are my biggest ones.
Is the Ghost vegan one good?
Oh yeah, it was the original good one, if I remember.
I didn't try it.
Haven't tried it either.
It's they pretty much led the way. They kind of set the standard for me because I was someone. People keep telling me try vegan, and I'm like, dude, these all taste like shit. And then Ghost came around and I was like, I mean, it doesn't taste as good as whey, but it doesn't taste like shit. And then Nutrix, I had Nutrix. Beam is another good one. I haven't had Steelfits, but I might have to give it a try.
Steel.
Yeah.
Steel supplements.
Yeah.
Steel supplements.
Although Steelfit is working on a vegan protein for next year. I talked to their co-founder the other day, and they are releasing one for next year.
Yeah.
Or it's on the docket at least.
I'm curious about the core vegan line. How this is gonna taste. So
I never tried it.
Powdered milk was high, a protein source, took the whole package. I have used powdered milk before. I wouldn't say I've used the whole package. I've probably used 2 servings at one time. I've never had any stomach issues from it though. But yeah, it's probably a shit ton of lactose that you were taking to pee. That's why.
good luck.
Yeah. All this toilet talk sent TJ to the can.
No, I went to get something to eat.
Built Bar is
Yeah,
120
I've
calories.
never tried the Built Bar.
There's 110. There's 100. So the Built Bar, they go between 110 and 170 depending on the version.
Yeah.
All of I just like them. Some people don't like them. If you put them in the fridge, they're actually like the texture. They become a bit harder. Like texture is gooey for the Built Bars.
It is.
So some like it, some don't. I honestly, I just give it. I eat because I'm hungry. So they're. But if you put them in the fridge, they become better. There's 110. 100. I mean, I dig them. I don't know.
Yeah, we really like them. We reviewed them.
110 calories. Shit, like I eat 2 of them and I still feel okay about myself.
Yeah.
Right? I'm talking boxes, right? So.
Oh yeah, man.
Beef jerky, the original protein bar, snack of champions. Shane, do you like beef jerky?
Cuts, baby.
No.
People get cuts. Oh my god.
I mean, I'll eat it because it's like
I
a
can
lean
like
snack, but it's not much. I mean, I would still pick a Bear Bell's protein bar over it.
I love it. I love
They're chewy.
Good ones. Man, try the Wicked Cuts one, the branch worn one. Man, mind blowing. Check out my review on the channel. Even the kid before he was vegan. This shit, unbelievable. Like unbelievable. It like crumbles in your mouth. It's unbelievable. And you know how it feels when something crumbles in your mouth, right, Shane? So that feeling with beef jerky.
With the stick of meat.
Right.
Well, no, get the stick of meat for the beef jerky, and then have the core balls there, and you get the whole package right there.
There you go. Boom.
And have a glass of milk, so I got a nice little milk mustache before.
This podcast is completely off the rails.
We haven't talked a whole lot about supplements since the whole betaine thing.
Well, here we go. This is it. Dito's coming in with the icing on the cake. You take the America Labs beef sticks, then the core balls, and then use the core whey protein to get the milk mustache. You got the whole package. Right there.
vegan. Remember, go with vegan.
The core
I need
combo.
to try the beef, the America Labs beef ones. Have you tried? So
Yeah, they're nice.
I had all three flavors.
Did you try? Okay, but you tried the branch worms ones?
No. We don't have it here.
My experience, standard by itself. Like nothing comes close. And I've tried good ones, but I'll try the America ones. I'll try it.
Yeah,
Even though
Wicked Labs are definitely probably stand out of all I tried for sure.
Amazing. Like the turkey one? Oh shit.
It's really good. The only thing I didn't understand is that some of his wicked cuts are very high in sodium and some of them are a lot lower. But other than that, like, I mean, the texture is amazing. The taste is amazing.
I know with the sodium, like I'm not even looking at it, honestly. Like I'm not trying to optimize for it. Not eating salt most of the day anyway, I think. Yeah. I don't know. Unless it's in Gatorade bars.
Anyone seeing the new Big Noise V2? Doesn't contain one pump ingredient. Somebody sent me the
label.
I'll pull it up so we can all see it. But I mean, it's dog shit.
Is that the one with
it's really a bad label.
Yeah, that was one of the worst pump products I have ever seen. At least based on the label, it just
here we go.
Yeah, but honestly, the first version was pretty.
Oh yeah,
fine. Yeah, but the newest one is.
Yeah, so I mean, they're going with the cheap ass version of choline here, with choline bitartrate.
I had actually never seen that before, where they had just like usually you see the cholines still listed in the. I've never seen it where it's only listed like that.
Yeah, usually, yeah, you're right. They usually put it down here
because then you get the advertised full dose, and
Right.
So you don't really know how much.
Well, I
I've
think
never seen it like that.
choline by tartrate, I believe it's 40% choline by weight. So this should be,
Like
it's a gram of choline by tartrate in there.
I still feel like it's a key thing you missed because you could have added it to make it, because now it makes it look like you only got 400 milligrams of.
But besides the fact that it's true, there is not one real pump ingredient.
It's based around
the formula makes absolutely no sense. At least, I don't see anything that makes sense here.
I mean, you got betaine for the osmolyte, so you're going to get the water-based pumps there. You're getting a full dose of that. You're getting Alcar, which is going to give mild focus improvement, but again, that's 500 milligrams. Usually you want 1 to 2 grams of that. Citrapeak can be anywhere between 200 to 400. I think it's a really, really weak pump ingredient. I mean, it's on the level of like grapeseed or something like that.
And it's on the lower side in terms of dosage too.
Right. 100 milligrams of theanine, which makes absolutely no sense. And then Cassandra.
What if you doubled the serving? Does it have a maximum? Oh no, it does say 1 max.
No, I mean betaine. You take too high a betaine, and that could give you some stomach upset too.
Oh no, I've had 5. It's a good time.
It's a good time.
Not in the bathroom. Not saying afterwards. I'm just saying. I've had some good pre-workouts with that.
Yeah, I mean this is a serious downgrade in my opinion from the original formula. I like the original one a lot.
I love
this is not downgrade. This is not even a pump formula, and the theanine. What the fuck is he doing here?
I don't know. I mean, they're making big bucks, so I mean, they can probably just pass this off. It's whatever. They'll give it away when they're giving away $600 worth of stuff for buying $40 worth of product.
Well, they have Kai Green, so that's probably a game changer for him now.
There we go.
I still say that was that's an awesome, very smart move.
Yeah, Zandandito, exactly. It's not really a pump formula anymore, not in the least. Let's see.
Unfortunately.
Some other protein bars. How are Kodiak cakes, the protein powder pancake mix? Are they better, healthier?
Well, Lukasz just gave us a good recipe, so it's probably good. Lukasz can answer too.
Okay. I mean, I've used it a lot. Again, if you're gonna eat pancake anyway, might as well have that because you're gonna eat pancake. It's not a healthy food.
Yeah.
But when I feel like having the Kodiak cakes, they were on Shark Tank, by the way. Check it out.
It's simply
that's where they started. Not where they started, where the name.
You know what they say? Eat in moderation. That's basically.
I don't qualify, man. 33 grams of carbs in a half cup. 12
no,
grams
but you don't drink the cup, right? You make pancakes out of it.
I'd probably be leaner if I did.
Bro, I don't know how you can live with your
well, I mean, the low carb. I mean, it leaves low carb.
Oh yeah, here, Creamer, instead of wasting money on Kodiak cakes, I'm going to give you a real stupid simple recipe that's going to be higher in protein, lower in carbs, and it's going to taste absolutely delicious. And you can use it for a waffle mix as well.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, a fourth of a cup, so 40 grams, half a cup, 40 grams of rolled oats, 2 ounces.
Like Shane's diet just ended. No,
yeah.
No. Hey, I got oats. I have oats.
There you go.
Switch this to breakfast. This can work still.
It's basically a half ounce of each. So you're going to do 2 ounces of 56 grams. I'm sorry, no. Yeah, 56 grams of 2 ounces cottage cheese, 56 grams or 2 ounces of liquid egg whites, half a cup of rolled oats, pinch of salt, a little like 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 packet of Splenda, or you could do like that 0-calorie Torani syrup in there. Buzz that all up with an immersion blender. Boom, you're good. Set your griddle on high and cook those bitches, and you'll be perfect.
Really?
Okay.
And then double it up like that, and it's perfect. It tastes exactly like regular pancakes or Belgian waffles, and the macros are much more friendly.
Does that fit your diet, Shane? Is that like?
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear braid in there.
Nope, that's it. It's 3 ingredients plus a few like little extra
Robert,
things. But
any specific cottage cheese?
I use the Daisy cottage cheese because if you look at most like supermarket brands, they've got like guar gum and all this other bullshit thickeners in there, and regular Daisy cottage cheese is the only one that's just like cheese curds or cottage milk curds or whatever it is. And
is there any like percentage in terms of like fat or whatever?
I've used all of them. I've used 2%. I've used 4%.
Okay, so no major difference.
No,
they're probably only going to have like 1 cottage cheese in New Zealand anyway. So Probably won't have a choice.
Yeah.
Shane, you can always skip the cottage cheese and also the oats, so you can basically do the
It's like
rest.
a fucking protein shake.
No,
Just
No,
egg
no.
whites.
just
What the
just
fuck?
simply do the protein powder with the egg whites. Also add some salt and some baking powder. Mix
That's
it up.
just a salty protein shake. That sounds horrible.
Trust me,
That-
trust me.
I actually tried that. Yeah, he's right. Somebody gave me that that recipe also, just protein powder and egg whites, and you can add like a little bit of sweetener if you want, and
Yes.
that's it.
I've
Actually,
tried that.
thought-
It comes out too dry for me.
It's
Like
called-
I've tried
Yeah.
like whey protein and
called
recipes.
power-
It's way too dry.
It's called poverty cake. Check it out on the YouTube, and you will
I
see.
like it. Poverty cake.
Yep.
Okay, that I can connect to.
Trust me on it.
Yeah, but then I'm
Just-
still
just
gonna
try
need to. I'm still gonna need to get my fats from somewhere. And Robert's recipe honestly sounded like my typical.
Yeah, it sounded
Talent.
good. Robert sounds like full, like has a whole thing in it. Okay, interesting. So listen,
Lucas's meal sounds disappointing,
uh,
and I'll be hungry.
Just like
Just-
your macros, man.
yeah, exactly. Lucas, just
Yeah.
add some fish to it. Some fucking dried fish that can't digest or some shit.
Or jerky, man.
And doesn't smell like fish.
There we go. For the listeners tuning in, keep your comments, questions coming. At this point, we're going to let Shane take over for the lightning round.
Oh shit! Sorry, hold on. You know what? Bring up another topic because I haven't got anything.
Bring on another topic. So did we
Uncontemplated.
another topic? Did we talk about? We did, right? Like the Queen's Gambit. Did we talk about you all have to watch this series on Netflix?
Robbie mentioned that last week.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Robert mentioned that to me, and I watched it, and it was the first time I binge watched anything in like 5 years, I think. Fucking unbelievable.
And you know what? Funny thing is, TJ, that you reminded me. Somebody walked into the gym 2 days ago, and he goes to me, "I want to thank you." I'm like, "Sure, you're welcome." I said, "What for?" He says, "The Queen's Gambit. I saw the review on Instagram." He says, "And I was just going through my Netflix, and I saw the movie, so I decided, I'll check it out." He goes to me, "I started watching it." He says, "I finished the whole thing in one sitting." He goes, "I couldn't like leave it." And here's the funny thing is, he goes to me, "I know nothing about chess."
Yeah, me too. By the way, I know chess, but like, if you would tell me that I would sit and watch like
A chess
20
movie,
minutes
like,
of a chess match, I would like rather watch paint dry. This is the level, but it's done so well. It felt like watching a football. I mean, this series is probably top 3-5 I've ever watched, like, or at least I remember watching. It's unbelievable. It's so well done. The acting, the director, the music, everything. It's just fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it felt like old school, like, you know, like really like driven, serious, like a movie driven by a good script,
Yeah.
solid acting, something that you don't even see today, like
Very,
not much.
very rare. And by the way, Shen, it's very low carb, so you can watch it without
That
getting
sounds
fat.
like me. Well, you know, actually, you're talking about shows that I binge. I just binged Nailed It.
Nailed it? What is it?
You know, Nailed It. It's on Netflix. It's
No.
it's a baking show where they basically, I think it's Nicole Byers hosts it, and basically they get really average bakers who are like absolute dog shit, and they give them these professional cakes that they have to make, and they never turn out anything remotely like it, but they make a good attempt. It's hilarious as hell, but that's pretty much the only reason I watch
you
it.
binge watch that. Okay.
I
Shen.
tell you what, if you watch one good episode of that and you
not.
don't laugh,
I'm not
I'll
gonna
be
laugh.
amazed.
You'll pay
It is
Robert
hilarious.
for- What? I don't know. I watched this Australian show though, The Letdown. Have you watched this on Netflix? So there's two seasons on Netflix. The Letdown. It's actually cool. I watched like one episode, but my wife watched all of it. She said, "Robert, try it out. The Letdown. It's called
The letdown?
Letdown or Letdown. It's like Australian. It's really low key. It's nothing like fancy, amazing, whatever. Just fun watch. I watched one episode. Okay, I'll watch a cooking show. Not Shane. I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, the other movie I watched was Fat Man, the Mel Gibson Santa Claus one.
Is it, everything is like
I heard about that.
Are you like watching based on macros? Is that?
Oh no. If you've seen the trailer, you'll know what I'm talking about. Robert knows what I'm talking about.
I saw the trailer of that movie.
It's pretty hardcore. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I
intense.
heard it's like really intense
Oh,
movie.
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Mel Gibson was fantastic in it. Which I haven't.
It's new.
I haven't seen them before.
Yeah, it's new. Yeah, it's new. It came out recently.
Okay, I'll watch it. Yeah, lightning round, Shen. It's like 6 minutes before I turn into a pumpkin, so I start.
Okay. Oh, you gonna start? Well, then I'm going with
next 4 minutes.
Kill Cliff's collab with Joe Rogan. I don't know if you heard this. Kill Cliff, the beverage brand. They do a recovery drink, CBD drink, energy drink. They did. So from what I know, Joe Rogan featured it on his. He had the drink on his podcast a few times, saying that it's his favorite CBD drink. And then, so yeah, they basically teamed up for their own flavor. It's called Flamin' Joe, pineapple and jalapeno. Yes, pineapple and jalapeno. Limited edition. Comes with the same formula as the other ones. It's like
the Kill Cliff ones are not energy, right? They're more like carb drink, right? Is that
no? So they have an Ignite energy drink. They have the recovery drink, which I think's got aminos in it, if I remember correctly. Then they have a CBD drink, which is CBD, zero sugar. I think there's like a touch or a pinch of caffeine. They don't actually say how much, but it is on the label. But yeah, it's 25. Yeah.
Looks. I mean, the design looks amazing. Honestly, like the design looks.
The packaging looks.
Wow, the packaging looks amazing. I think CBD, like I don't know what 25%, 25 milligrams of CBD does. Probably not a lot, but the design looks amazing. Listen, man, I'm telling you this. I don't give a shit what you collaborate with Joe Rogan. You're genius. Like you can collaborate women underwear with Joe Rogan. That still would be fucking brilliant. In jalapeno flavored women underwear, boom, Joe Rogan branded, you nailed it. I mean, it's like so hot right now. Like they say in the movie, right? Like in the Ben Stiller movie. You know, they're so hot right now.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. God damn it.
Zoolander? No,
Zoolander.
Zoolander.
Yeah.
Zoolander, yeah.
He's so hot right now. So Joe Rogan, so hot right now. That's brilliant.
I've had this drink, and I think
recovered?
it's kind of like the vegan protein powder. Like you have to go in it with that taste in mind. Like there is a bit of an aftertaste earthiness to it.
Right.
I noticed it with the couple CBD drinks I've had. But then everyone tells me it's like, oh yeah, that's just kind of what they are, and I was like, oh,
okay, got it.
But you know, coming from a non-CBD, I was like, this is no Monster Ultra.
But does it have enough caffeine? I mean, how much caffeine does it have? I thought that very minimal.
The CBD one, it's not. They don't even promote it that it's for energy or caffeine, but it is on the label. But they do have the Ignite energy drink. That one's different. That one is more, well, pretty much the energy drink. It's a lot more focused on that side of things.
Okay, got it. Interesting. That's I thought it was nailed down like Joe Rogan.
They did the whole marketing video and everything. It's pretty awesome, and they turned it out pretty quickly because I mean I never even saw any kind of teaser or any mention. Just they dropped it. But yeah, so the next one I got is for Lukasz, and I saw this thing. If you're a functional man, you got to appreciate the high key. I don't know if you've been watching these guys. It's a keto snack company, high protein, sometimes low protein, high fat,
cereal, right? They do cereals high key.
Oh no, that's magic. Oh yeah. Yes, they did. That was the first story we saw for them. So a lot of they do a lot of baking mixes, a lot of like edible stuff. If you go to type in high key caramel clusters, I don't know a single person who's not going to see this picture and want to buy it because it's exactly what I fucking did. When I saw the picture, I went on Amazon and I bought a bag each because, god damn it, these things look amazing. And the macros, they're keto friendly, so they look damn good. I think it's 2 grams of protein, so not high protein, but 10 grams of fat and 3 net carbs.
Yeah.
Did you see you must have seen it, Lukasz. I know you watch everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
oh, shit. What's the macros on this shit?
I'm following
110, 2 grams of protein. Okay.
It's keto. They do some high protein stuff, but this is one of their more like keto friendly ones where it's just
a lot of sugar alcohols. Robert is going to be in the restrooms all day.
But come on, you can't look at that picture and think it's.
Oh, it looks amazing. I mean, but yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
And they're not small either. 30 grams a piece.
Yeah, 110 calories. Like I'll have 2 of them with 4 grams of protein. No, it's dangerous for me. Lukasz, the question was for you. I already ate like a box.
That's good. That's good that you are sharing your opinion. But yeah, from my standpoint, I personally don't like the keto snacks.
Ignore the keto friendly part. Ignore the keto friendly.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, just to like make my opinion on it. But yeah, I truly appreciate what they are trying to do. Here. So yeah, man. I'm also gonna grab some for myself once they will be available here in Europe. So yeah, man.
It's like I think it's like $14 a bag, and six clusters per bag. So what's that, like $2 and a bit?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh man, it's not bad, but I'm grabbing those. I just saw the picture, and when they put it on Instagram, I was, I'm buying that. I bought them before I wrote it, so that was and they're on Amazon, so couldn't argue with that one.
How many flavors they were?
Two.
They are two flavors. Okay.
I think it was milk chocolate pecan and dark chocolate almond.
Yeah.
So both nuts. It's basically a solid chocolate outer and just gooey caramel with nuts in the middle. Right. I don't know how the macros work out, but look, man, I believe the nutrition label. That's
I want to believe the nutrition label. That's what you're saying. I need to believe the nutrition.
I need to believe it.
I need to
when
believe
they are like low in carbs, right?
Yeah, man.
It's all sugar alcohol. That's what they did. It says there. It's like 17 grams of carbs, but like 14 of them are sugar alcohol.
Mine
like the think thin bars that Robert mentioned. It's like a bunch of sugar alcohol.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off with this like keto thing. They're like listing like, let's say it's like 20 grams of carbs, but they are like minus 8 grams of fiber, minus alcohol, sugar, this, minus that, and this.
Isn't that what
minus
Built Bar is similar to that, isn't it? Don't they have sugar alcohol in it?
I think so. Yeah. It's everything is like that. It's minus this, minus like 10 rolls of toilet paper. Okay. I'm leaving you guys because I have to drop for my next thing. But it's been fun being with you again.
Good. We missed you, Grandpa. We're glad we could stay it up, and I know we get used to your nap time.
I have a date with my grandkids, so
you forget you missed last week. We actually had a question about our birthdays, and I thought we wanted to bring it back up when you were here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, what was the question?
When is your birthday?
When is your birthday?
When is your birthday?
August
11th. And yeah, they made us include you.
I was born in 71.
Oh, okay, 71. We get 72, didn't we?
Lukasz with the fuck.
TJ, before you go, I just want to tell you, when you are present during the podcast, I think Lukasz is genuinely happier.
Yeah, man.
I really think so. I think he's happier. Yeah.
That's a good reason to be around.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like he was pretty sad last week.
Just like old people.
I'm thinking about going vegan now.
Like gills. Like grandpa, I'd like to fuck or something.
Yeah, take it out. I'm thinking about going vegan. I'm vegan.
He just likes it when the family's together.
Right. Okay, guys.
All right, man. Have a good week, TJ.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Always good time.
Okay. So,
Lukasz, how do you say fucking Polish?
Kurwa mać.
What sounds more aggressive and angry? Fucking English or Polish?
Oh, bro, we got so many like.
Yeah, because when you get to
the funny thing is, he just like fired away like he was expecting the question.
We got so many bad words, man. I can curse like.
Yeah, see, because I think because my brother-in-law is Egyptian, and he taught my niece I can't remember the goddamn word, but it's like you don't say it to an Egyptian, and like he was saying it translates loosely to like stinky shoe. So it's not an insult. Like if we called someone a stinky shoe, you'd be like, oh, whatever. But apparently there, and I think it's Arabic. I could be wrong. Is it's really bad. So I was just like, And when I was learning Chinese earlier this year and late last year, you have all these different words that they don't have a direct translation, but they work. And so I imagine with swear words, we got what, fuck, shit. There's a couple others, some others you can't touch.
Yeah.
But I always hear, like in the other languages, you have a list of things that you get that they don't directly translate, but they work so well in other languages.
We're gonna have to do that. We'll have to do that for a topic. Our favorite curse words in foreign languages. We'll do that for an episode in the coming weeks. We'll get TJ to tell us some Israeli ones and all this other good stuff.
How much time we got?
Yeah, we'll make that next week's topic.
I was going to say, I mean, you can't go past the F word in English. I'm sorry. It's just...
Yeah, it's
actually,
that.
Me and my wife had this discussion, the way you can use the word shit in so many different ways.
Oh, man.
Like, your shit, take a shit, you shitting me. Like, there's so many different terms, and it just loosely works. And my wife was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. And I'm like, you can't just put shit and anything into something and it be correct, but it just works so well because it's such a... You can just, and you know what it means in the sense, in the context. It's fantastic. So for Robic, I got RedCon1 again, but this story is the Mre Lite Rtd. I mean, they've had this product coming for a while. It's I think they announced it pretty much a year ago in December of last year. They said it was coming in January. They had delays. They've officially launched it. It is basically an RTD version of their Mre Lite protein powder, not the Mre meal replacement, the light protein powder, which is basically the protein sources from Mre without the carb sources and all that. So it's just more protein powder, no way. And now they've turned it into an RTD. I think it was great. I was disappointed it took this long to get out since they've been teasing it and talking about it for a year. I don't think I've seen something.
They were busy negotiating with Kai.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked you this one. Have you ever thought of doing an RTD version for any of your products? I mean, while Mre Lite is their one, yeah, even if it's a Formula 50/50 or if it's a Hooligan, have you ever thought about going the RTD route? Because it does seem to be quite popular. And RedCon1, I mean, whether you like their products or not, or their athletes or whatever, you can't deny that the moves that he makes are very smart and strategic, regardless of what it is. There's always a good idea behind it. With RTDs emerging, you might. Is there any thought of you doing one?
Yeah,
the first ever Apollon.
I think that it was brought up actually during our early podcast. I think Lukasz brought it up about like maybe a Hooligan RTD. I really think like for convenience reasons and stuff like that, I think it could definitely work. But listen, like you said, RedCon can be, they have their fans and they have their critics. I mean, we just criticized one of their products. But at the same time, you know, I think Aaron is definitely very, very strategic. And I think he makes the right moves, maybe not all the time, but definitely most of the time. I mean, it's a very, very highly competitive industry. And, you know, we all have our little ups and downs, mostly ups. But let's face it, you know, I talked to a friend of mine today who owns a supplement store, and he keeps telling me, even though he doesn't actually carry RedCon, he's not a fan at all, but that's the whole other aspect. He said that, you know, most brands, they explode on the market and they're relevant for a few months and then they just lose it. You know, I mean, you have to stay relevant in the industry by constantly doing something innovative and doing something good. And I'm even gonna, you know, say this, Assassin and Hooligan, right? I mean, they both very, very popular pre-workouts. They definitely, people talk about them. They're very controversial. There are people who love them. There is like an army of fans, and there are people who hate them for obvious reasons. But, you know, and I see that we've been releasing every year a new version, and typically it's Assassin early in the year, like around February, March, and Hooligan later in the summer. And every time we release Assassin, for example, it's super popular for a few months, but then Hooligan beats it because it's more relevant and newer, even though they actually completely different pre-workouts. But there is a popularity, not that Assassin is losing its edge, but it's definitely dropping a little bit in terms of a hype. And I think the same that it applies to RedCon in terms of they constantly releasing new things, even if those things are not doing well, but they constantly staying in the news. They constantly staying relevant. I mean, obviously they have the funds, obviously they have the budget to do that. But in terms of RTD, I mean, at the end, it's all about convenience. I know that when I traveled to Thailand, I didn't bring with me my protein because I didn't feel like putting in my luggage 2 or 5 pound containers of protein. So, I ended up actually using whatever was available there, or the next trip I would bring it in little Ziploc bags. I think the convenience of RTDs are definitely giving people, not everybody also wants to go to the gym and fuck around with powder and shake it and stuff like that. So, they rather get something that is readily available, even though they're paying a lot more for it. I have at the gym, we obviously sell our products at the gym, but I noticed like somebody will buy, for example, Hooligan, but then they will come to the gym, and even though we don't have an RTD, they will say, well, can you mix me a scoop of Hooligan? And they paying for it separately, even though that I know that the person bought Hooligan earlier and he definitely has it at home. It's just very, very inconvenient. I don't like walking around and, with a shaker bottle and stuff like that. It just, I think RTDs are a very smart move. I don't think that everybody can afford it. Not every company can do it. But in terms of market, it's definitely something that I think that everybody who is capable financially of doing it, because let's see, I mean, there is shitload of companies right now. It doesn't cost much to start a new company, a supplement company with just pre-workout and release 144 units and boom, you have a company. So it doesn't take much. But in terms of the wider spectrum, the way RedCon does, I think it's amazing because RedCon has, I mean, they have everything. There is not one thing that they don't have. Obviously, something sells more, something sells less. But I think that RTDs definitely have their place. And I think that in the future, it's something that we will definitely have to release. And I think Hooligan is probably going to be among the best one. Limited edition of 50/50 is coming out in about 2 weeks, maybe a week or two. So I guess now I can reveal it first time on this podcast. It's going to be caramel macchiato. So caramel macchiato 50/50 is going to be released within a week or two.
Shane is typing.
Hot off the presses, the forever journalist, Shane.
This will be my next story. I needed something interesting.
There we go. Robbie, did you get the samples for the manufacturer to taste the joint formula we've been working on yet?
Oh man,
yeah.
I got 2 down.
The answer is yes.
Did you taste it?
Oh
my God, those were bad.
Is this where I have to be honest?
Well, you could, I mean, obviously,
honest about your own brand.
We'll say that the manufacturer knows how to flavor stuff because I've tried other products from this manufacturer before, and their flavoring is on point. The ingredients we put in this joint formula are so horrendous tasting. We're either going to put this bitch into a capsule, maybe try some other flavors, or remove an ingredient.
Robert, remember the Old Assassin?
Yeah.
This is worse.
Oh, it's absolutely. This is among the most foulest things I've ever tried.
This is worse. But you're right about the manufacturer. They actually very good at what they do. They flavors typically very, very good as well. So it just I'm blaming you. So
it's my fault for putting some nasty shit in the formula, but it's gonna be a good formula. It's just
and let's be honest, they did warn us about it.
Oh, so they gave us full warning. I mean, we
they gave us a warning. It's just, to be honest with you, even the powder, when I got it, I was like, holy shit, this looks disgusting. It doesn't taste disgusting. It looks disgusting in the first place.
Did you mix it? Did you mix it or did you dry scoop it?
No, we mixed. Sandy and I mixed it for all the people that want to go see our live reaction.
I think if I dry scooped it, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Everybody, go check out the live Q&A that Sandy and I did this past Tuesday on the Supplement Engineering YouTube channel, and you'll see us taste it live and our visceral reactions to it.
I think I do believe that there's an advantage to dry scoop. If something does taste shit, it goes fast.
We might need
because
to
if you want to savor it and drink it, that can prove to be
this was pretty brutal. This was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. If you told me you have the most disgusting supplement in the world, let's just say you do, and you said to me, "Hey Shane, you want to fucking put it back in a dry scoop, or you want to drink it slowly in a mug?" I feel like I would take the dry scoop. I honestly would. Because how bad can, like, if it tastes that shit diluted like you guys had, I mean, how much worse could it be in a concentrated scoop?
Try combining raw teacrine with raw rhodiola with raw Bacopa Monieri powder, and you get a close approximation of how foul and astringent this thing tasted.
The worst you could do is throw up, and I've had that happen on something that tasted
No, we didn't have that, but it
Never.
lingered. I mean, it lingered for a good like 20 minutes.
Never.
Yeah, because you said they're drinking it. I say dry scoop. Dry scoop it. Dry scoop it down. I feel like it'd go quicker. And then some mouthwash.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, you know, we tried it. Robert tried it. I tried it. Sandy tried it. I didn't have the guts to offer it to Carolina because I was afraid she's going to punch me. So I tried it by myself, and I suffered the consequences of disgusting taste. But the thing is that the question is like, what the fuck are you going to do, Robert? Like, I don't think they can improve the flavor unless you change the formula. If they can, I'm impressed.
Well, like we went for like the tart and sour flavor because we thought that might play well with the ingredients that were in there. The other thing is to maybe go the opposite end of the spectrum, maybe something creamy or like savory flavor.
Is there a reason you're doing it flavored?
I just think I like to drink my supplements, and I don't want to take 8 capsules for a joint formula.
I mean, it's a trade-off, though.
Yeah, so I mean that's what we're thinking about right now. I mean, it's the par-actin that's being the real flavoring bitch right now. It's the full 300 milligram dose of that in there. That's what's kind of giving us the issue. So we're gonna recircle, and maybe we can substitute it for a different ingredient, or we'll just pull it out altogether.
I don't mind drinking the workout stuff like pre-workout pump, maybe something post.
Yeah.
But for my stuff like my essentials, vitamins, it bugs the shit out of me when it's in powder. I literally just had this problem with core burn and core shred.
Mm-hmm.
I have a flat scoop of burn and I have a mildly mounded scoop of shred.
Yeah.
I've run out of one before the other, although I had them the exact same. Right. So I got maybe 3 days extra of shred. But this is what bugs me because the scoop is so small. If you get that little bit off, you're going to end up, if you get that little bit off every day, you're going to either end up with something. So I was having more of burn than I was of shred, but I ran out of burn quicker. And I was having a
scale.
No, but see, you have to understand though, if you're talking mainstream consumer, I measured it at the start, right? I'm not going to measure twice a day for fucking a month. You're dreaming. Rabbit hole problem again. I'm not doing that every day. I made like for the pre-workout, I'll measure one scoop and be like, okay, that's a full scoop, and then I'll just eyeball it for the rest on that.
Yeah.
So I put it on the scales. Like, okay, it needs to be rounded for shred and flat for burn, and I ended up running out of burn a day early, and I got 3 days extra shred. But see, that's my problem with daily essentials because you're never going to get it exactly right. Whether the powder doesn't fall to the bottom.
I agree. I'm definitely like to drink my supplements. I like to drink all of my stuff, even like a nootropic. It could be foul tasting. I want to drink my stuff. The greens from Glaxon are definitely tasty.
I'm a capsule person.
Hey, Robic, you remember when I suggested to make overtime in a powder form?
Well, you know what? It's so fucking hilarious. I was about to ask you a question. Actually, all three of you. I want your advice. I'm actually I have a scheduled meeting with a manufacturer next week to talk about overtime. So I finished the formula for overtime 3 or for 2021.
Another story to write. Jesus Christ.
So, of course, first I'm going to have to run it by the supplement engineer. So, Robert, expect my text shortly. However, I think that this one is gonna, if it's approved by Robert and if everything goes well, this one's going to be more than 6 capsules. So I think so. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 6. I mean, we're talking probably 7 to 8 capsules. What do you think about overtime in a powder form? Would you think that some people would be upset, or would it change anything? Because clearly it's easier to make it in a powder form. I personally don't give a shit. I can take 8 capsules, no problem whatsoever. But I know some people would not like it. So what is your opinion on overtime possibly being in a powder form?
I always prefer powder over pills. I can swallow 12 pills at a time if I need to. I don't have an issue with that. I'm always partial to enjoying a tasty beverage over a capsule.
Yeah,
That's
but
But
you know the
how
ingredients in
tasty?
overtime. I don't know about
I
tasty.
was gonna
So
say, how tasty are we talking?
yeah,
Well, here's
that's
what you do: you just crack open the capsules and mix it in with a chainsaw or something like that, and or bare knuckle, and it's fine.
This is
Okay,
rabbit
so-
hole problems again.
so,
This is rabbit hole. We don't
so-
want to do too much.
What are your thoughts about overtime in a powder form? Like, do you think that the consumer would be okay with it? Would you guys be okay with it?
I say that when you get to 6 capsules, like you have it. This is just what I think. Like I said, I prefer my daily essentials in capsules. So health products, joints, multivitamins. But when you get up into that 6 to 8 realm, because I know some people don't like capsules, and you have to, or they don't like taking too many capsules. So I can understand that, and I think that for me, the 6 capsules is the limit, right? Like you
Okay.
getting up to the 7 and 8s, like because if you take 5 things a day and they're all 8 capsules, that's 40. God damn it!
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. You can split it up, but whatever. But when it comes to a focus product, or even like something that requires a lot of capsules, I say you got to switch to powder, but you got to be prepared to not make that sacrifice. Like the joint product sounds like it could fit 6 capsules. But if you put it in powder, it sounds like you're going to have to remove something. I say never remove anything. Never. Just do your best. And because Apollon's a formula-driven brand. It prides itself in full dosages, right? So if you can actually put together a solid joint formula and you can impress the hardcore guys who be like, there's no way they flavored this shit. And you actually did. I would say it's, an overtime, if it's at 7 or 8 capsules, I would say put it into powder. And you also have to take into account that majority of nootropics these days are powders. I think the Chemix one just launched. That was capsules. I think it's 8. I'm pretty sure it's 8 a serving. But that trend has slowly turned into nootropics needing to be flavored. Very much like, if you remember pump pre-workouts, they were always capsules, tablets. And then over time, people started switching to just powders, and now you barely ever see any capsules. It's just very rare. So in the focus category has turned the same, just because the ingredients, I think, they can be bad, but they're not as bad as, and people are a little more skilled these days.
So you're saying if it crosses 6 capsules, go for powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, any supplement. I say that for any supplement. But I would say, especially over time, because of the trend and flavored. And some people do like to drink their stuff, like gamers specifically. They like to drink it slowly. They don't throw it back like me and Lukasz, just straight dome it all in one go. They'll drink it throughout, and they're gaming, so kind of don't need the sustained release. They'll just drink it slowly. So I would say put into powder.
Okay. Lukasz, you're an overtime fan. What do you think?
For me, it's like what Shane said. It's 100%, man. I totally agree with what he said.
Okay.
Never put anything away. Stay with your formula and keep it as it is. And it's just like, I personally can sip the powder. Doesn't matter to me. I can dry scoop it. It doesn't matter. What matters to me is like supplement needs to be effective, and if your formula will be on point.
I think mainstream users rely more on a lasting, memorable taste. But Apollon is a hardcore, yeah. So I think that they would be like, oh, it tasted like shit, but damn, that over time was good. Yeah. I would say flavored.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Since we're on I was gonna say, since we're on the topic of nootropics, we'll do this as the closeout thing. I'll make this my lightning round thing.
I'll let you take this one.
Are you sure? You want to go into the mechanisms of this?
TJ's gone, and I would have been happy to do it.
All right, so Bacopa, I love this ingredient from a nootropic standpoint. It's an adaptogen. It's been used for hundreds, if not thousands, of years in like traditional Chinese medicine, ancient Ayurveda, all that good stuff. Its primary benefits are in regards to alleviating stress and anxiety and improving memory recall and cognition. Now, the way it works, so an adaptogen kind of modulates your body's stress response. So if you're feeling a little stressed, it'll kind of lower you down, make you feel a little bit more chill. If you're kind of feeling low, it'll raise you up and feel a little bit more energized mentally. But its main mechanisms of action, so it does stimulate the release of serotonin and GABA. So serotonin is one of your happy hormones in the body. GABA is the body's primary inhibitory or neurotransmitter, so that's kind of where it comes into. If you're feeling overamped, it'll kind of bring you down a little bit and help you, calm down and chill out. But it also acts as a mild acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. So acetylcholine is the learning neurotransmitter involved with learning, memory, recall. Also improves the mind-muscle connection since it's released from the neuromuscular junctions in the body and allows your muscles to contract. So it's going to inhibit acetylcholinesterase, which is the enzyme that degrades acetylcholine in the body. So, as an indirector, it's going to indirectly boost acetylcholine levels. It also stimulates the release of choline acetyltransferase, which is the enzyme that facilitates the production of acetylcholine in the body. So you're inhibiting its breakdown and boosting up its production. So that's where its main memory and learning benefits are going to come from. As far as dosing, 300 milligrams per day, you're going to look for somewhere in the 45 to 55% bacticide content, because those are the fun little bioactives that are in there. 300 milligrams a day, every day. My two favorite brands are Bacignize or Synapsa. And you start noticing benefits around the 6 to 8 week mark. So take it every day and you'll start noticing improved memory and recall. And yeah, that's it.
That's what I was going to say.
Great stuff.
There we go.
Definitely what I was going to say.
Perfect. Thanks for joining us, Ricardo. And gentlemen, I'm going to put a close to this episode because I actually need to run in about 10 minutes myself. So I got to go get the baby ready, and we got to hit the road. So
you've left yourself a short amount of time if you're looking at 10 minutes to get a baby ready.
It's fine. She's quick to go ready, and hopefully Sandy's already got a head start on everything. So yeah, for all of you that tuned in on the live feed, thank you for joining us. Leave a comment, subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell, and join us every Saturday here. And if you listen to us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, any other kind of podcast listening platform, leave us a 5-star review. And any closing words, gentlemen?
Leave us 6 stars if you can.
Yeah, that was fun.
And leave us a dirty curse word in Polish if you can too.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much, and we will see you all next time on the Final Scoop.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
Take care.